Hi, my name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the Director and Founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. What is the impact of a contested divorce on marital assets? That's the question we're often asked. The reason why I think people ask that question is because they're thinking, well, if we agree on everything, if it's uncontested, then we should just divide up the assets per our agreement, it'll be fine. And I guess they're right. I mean, most of the time, the court's not going to get involved in your decision if you get that share and I get that one. The court doesn't really care who gets that TV and who gets that one, who gets this set. The court doesn't get involved in that. I mean, if there's a dispute, if you want the dishes, but it's a family heirloom of mine, I suppose the court could make a ruling. But normally, personal property and stuff like that, the court's not going to get involved in. And the division of assets, if the courts agree that we're going to split the house 50-50, you're not going to see the court say, wait a minute, I'm not sure that we should do this, let's check it out. But if you have a contested matter where the parties don't agree, they don't agree on anything. They don't agree on custody, parenting time, child support, alimony. They don't agree on how to divide assets. They don't agree on how to divide liabilities. They're just at odds. You say black, she says white. There are marriages and divorces that are like that. Even though everybody knows at the end of the day what this settlement should look like, experienced lawyers, they'll come in on day one, and in most cases they can tell you exactly what this is going to look like 9 months from now. But sometimes the people mentally, psychologically, they're just not at the place where they can make that decision. They're not at a place where they can actually come to an agreement just yet. They need the process. It's part of their healing. So they fight about this and they fight about that. And if it's contested, they're going to be fighting about the property too. Ultimately, the court will first digest the notion of whether or not there's a compelling reason that we shouldn't split it equally. Assuming there's no compelling reason and it should be split equally, why aren't we splitting it? What are we fighting about? And if the court feels that it's something that should be resolved, the court will likely send the parties to a mediator who will sit the parties down and say, okay, you've got a house, there's $100,000 in equity, you're getting $50,000, you're getting $50,000. If you can't buy him out, he can't buy you out, you know what? We're going to sell it. We're going to sell it and split the and whatever we get, we get. And you may lose on that deal. Why? The market may be bad. You're going to pay commissions. There's seller transfer tax you're going to pay. There's going to be costs. So the money may not end up being the same, but if you can't agree, that's the mechanism that the court's going to put in place. So when I'm asked the question, is the nature of a divorce being contested likely to impact the division of assets? The answer is yes, because as the parties fight about it and they jockey for position on these various issues, you could see a change, a diminishment in how things, the values of things and how they're divided. It could also be the case that one party just decides, you know what, I'd rather give them a little bit more and lay the whole thing to rest than perpetuate the battle just for a few extra dollars. So there is certain wisdom in that too. It applies sometimes, but doesn't apply all the time. If you have any questions about your case, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.